Hello, subscribers and non-subscribers. This is a visual novel called Roommates. You essentially can play as one of two characters. However, you have to buy their stories separately. Um, they're each $15, but you can buy them together in one pack for a 15% discount. So you save like $2 on each. So you get a total of like $4 discount off of them. But let's go ahead and just hop into it. But one thing I would like to point out is that I'm not going to be making the choices myself. I'm going to be leaving it to rolling the dice to actually determine what happens. As you can hear, well, hopefully you can hear it at least, I have a dice in my hand that I'm just going to be dropping in. Depending on how many choices we have, different numbers will represent a different choice. So I'm going to actually do two playthroughs of this. First one here is going to be as Max. The second one will be at a slightly later date, will be as Anne. But let's go ahead and hop in. Max's plan is to stay in school long enough to save up enough money through part-time jobs to get by without his parents' financial support, then drop out and start a pop rock band. Choose a simulation gameplay difficulty. Will only affect how quickly you improve the stats, but nothing else. Because it really only affects stats, I'm just gonna go with easy because there's really no reason, in my opinion, to go with anything else. College, a glorious new world filled to the brim with opportunities for education, community service, and networking. Or it would be if I actually believed any of that crap. The name is Max, known far and wide for two things, causing trouble and rocking out. And I'm not all that well known for rocking out yet. Many have tried to box me up, or put me in a body bag or tie me down. I shoot first and I keep light on my feet. Yes, I'm a lean, mean music machine. As for college, well, much as it'll break Mom and Pop's hearts, I just don't have it in me to be yet another white-collar stooge. No, I've got my sights set on a whole hell of a lot, higher, all the way up to the cheap seats in a sold out stadium. That's why I picked Liberty U, a cool 10 minutes away from some of the best rock venues in the country. I've got the band, we've got the venue, all we need is some publicity. But first things first, I've got to check in with my RA, get my key, and move in my stuff. I'm living in a house on campus. It's not cheap, but it's closer to town, and I'll have less people whining when I've got my amp turned up. You're late. Of course, general whining might still be a problem. Some clean-cut prep school punk stands between me and the doorway to my house, looking me over disapprovingly. The feeling's mutual. Yeah, whatever. You the RA? Yes, I am. I'm Dominic. You? Max. I'm here for my keys. Not so fast. There's a young lady in the common room who's been waiting 10 minutes for me to start orientation. He dangles the keys from his hand. You won't be getting these without her until we're done. Well, I suppose that's fair. After all, you can't expect everyone to, hey, what's that? I make a grab for the keys. Before I get halfway there, he's pulled the keys away and swats at me with his free hand. Seriously, do I look like an 8-year-old to you? Don't answer that. Idiots always answer the rhetorical questions, so I'll be expecting your answer shortly. I bite back a remark while sticking my stinging hand into my pocket. He doesn't deserve any satisfaction. Yeah. Try that mess on my turf, see how far you get. Just get inside before you waste any more of my time. Whatever. Sure is high and mighty for catching me off guard with a lucky cheap shot. You know what else would catch me off guard? A 3-year-old punching me in the nads. He's nothing I can't handle. I'm about to step inside when... wham! I'm knocked to the ground by someone barreling past me. Whoops, sorry. She keeps on running into the house, which is more than enough time for me to take in that hot-toned body. I grin. You know, I wasn't sure about this place, but I think I'm gonna like it here. Don't go getting any ideas, I left the fire extinguisher inside. Like Isabella's not enough of a handful. Oh, an ideas woman is she? Even better. Dominic rolls his eyes. Just get up already. Man, this guy's a douche. I'd sit here all day just to screw with him, but the sooner he tells me his rules, the sooner I know it really pisses him off. Finally, I enter the house I'll be calling home for the next year. The first floor is huge. I can immediately see an oversized couch facing a nice big screen TV. There's also some kind of breakfast nook with a big table and an area with several bookshelves surrounding a bunch of comfortable looking chairs. There's a chick with glasses sitting on the sofa closest to the TV, quietly reading a book. Kinda plain, sure, but under that grandma uniform I see a repressed goody-goody schoolgirl just waiting to go wild. I'm digging it. Sup, I'm Max. Anne. She looks at me for all of 2 seconds before dropping her eyes to the floor. Oh, the shy ones. Hey, no need to be shy. Anyone sitting here? Ahem. Why don't you take a seat over there? He points to the opposite end of the couch Anne's on. What? I can't sit next to her? It's better that you both have more space. Bull, you just want to have her to yourself. He slams a packet of papers in front of me. Here are the house rules. Then he walks over to Anne and hands her one too, gently. Well, well, if it isn't Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Let's go over them together. Anne, would you like to start? Okay. 1. There shall be no consumption, storage, or sale of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs in the housing area, nor shall any underage person be in the housing area while under the influence of the aforementioned substances. Students found in violation of this regulation are subject to dismissal from the housing area and remittance on unused rent under the terms of the contract. No booze? Pff, we'll see about that. Yeah, we will see about that, because... Dominic shoots me a look. He's got my card, alright, but he's got no idea just who he's dealing with. 2. There shall be no pets housed in or around the building. Yeah, don't care. I'll go next. 3. The sidewalk, entries, and stairwells of this building shall not be obstructed or used for any other purpose than for entering and exiting the respective areas of the house. 4. No student shall interfere in any manner with any portion of the heating and lighting apparatus or fire protection equipment in or about the house. There will be no flammable materials or explosives stored in or about the housing area. Dominic shoots me another look. What the hell? I barely own any explosives. Hardly any. Now, Max? Now, Max, what? Read the next 2. Read the next 2 what? Read the next 2 rules, please. Well, since you ask so nice. 5. Students shall not play musical equipment or instruments at such hours and at such volume as to disturb other students in the dormitories. Well, crap. I'll keep the noise down as much as I can, but if a few stray chords in the morning screw with poor baby Dominic's sleep schedule, let's just say I'm not going to cry about it. I have to read the last rule twice, and it takes everything in me not to burst into laughter. 6. There will be no firearms or weapon permitted in or about the housing area. It is vital to Dominic that his iron-fisted rule over the populace of this household be lasting and eternal, such that any rebellion can be crushed within a moment's notice. Haha, very funny. Read it properly. Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the paper. Dominic reads the packet in his hand. That's exactly how it's typed out, and I'm just enjoying the look of realization on his face. I'll be right back. Isabella! Dominic drops everything and tears up the stairs with the speed of an angry bull. Everything includes a couple of room keys with our names on them. Score. I pick them up and toss Anne the appropriate key. Well, I'm gonna bring in my gear, then tour the rest of this place. You coming? I think I'd rather explore by myself. Okay, so, first choice. In fact, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and save. So, first choice, anything since there's only two, 1, 2, and 3 will be the top choice, 4, 5, and 6 will be the bottom choice. Let's go ahead and just drop it. And got a 5, so let her go. Oh, okay. I was just thinking it'd be easier if I introduced you to everyone, because you seem kind of shy. Really? What? I'm a nice guy. My mom raised me to be a gentleman. Or, failing that, to at least pretend my mother did a better job raising me to be a gentleman. She lets out a soft laugh. Okay, I'll choose to believe you. Huh? I mean, I'll come with you. I grin. That's the spirit. Come meet me at my room once you're done unpacking, alright? Alright. Oh, and actually one thing I want to mention. The soundtrack for this game was done by Leet Street Boys. Oh, well, if I can find the soundtrack, I'll have a link in the description to their page where you can buy it, because I'm pretty sure you'd have to buy it. I'll also have a link in the description to the page where you can buy this game itself. I bring my luggage up to my room. Amp, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, a couple packs of replacement strings, 5 picks, laptop, recording equipment, cell phone, power cords, chart of power cords, a few t-shirts, jeans, leather jacket, and a sleeping bag. To say nothing of the water bottles full of vodka, man, field trip day was the best. Anne walks tentatively into my room, glancing around at my stuff. Can't tell if she's impressed or just weirded out. I don't know if you brought enough winter clothing. You think I get cold that easy? I'll be wearing a t-shirt while the polar bears are looking for the heater, or are off looking for the heater. If you say so. Just you watch. There's a sweet smell and some soft ambient music coming from the room next to mine. I wonder who lives there. I knock loudly on the door. Hey, anybody home? What are you doing? I told you I was going to introduce you to everyone. Yes, but you don't need to disturb. This beautiful blonde pops her head out. Now, she doesn't have the pure sex appeal of Isabella or the untapped potential of Anne, but she is the closest thing to a 10 I've seen all day. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Was I disturbing you? My grand's music's louder than that, no offense. The name's Max. Just moved in today. This here's Anne. Nice to meet you. Oh, you must be my new neighbors. I was wondering if anyone was living in those empty rooms. I'm Sally. I just moved in this past Friday. It is so nice to meet you. Same. So, what's with the whale sounds? Oh, this is just for meditation purposes. The energy in here is so hectic that I feel like there needs to be something tranquil to balance it out. Energy? Energy, you know, things like auras, the spiritual forces connecting everything in this world. Why, if there's too much of one kind of energy, then... Rakesh, get in here! Sally winces. Everything ripples onwards from there. Or outwards from there. I'm gonna keep meditating. You're welcome to join me if you like. She's pretty and all, but I'm not into that whole tranquility thing. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that scene down the hall. Catch you later. Okay, I'll see you at dinner. She waves cheerfully before shutting the door. Anne shrugs as the door closes. She looks towards the yelling noises, shakes her head like a mouse, and scurries away. I suppose I should have expected that. Anyway, I'm up for some more adventure. It sounds like this will be interesting. I walk further down the hall, following the sound of Isabella's outrage. The door to what I can only assume is her room is half open. I go inside to see what the commotion's about. Oh man, my first day here and it already looks like there's gonna be a rumble. Looks like it's Bella versus whoever this other guy is. She certainly looks angry enough to make him sorry for whatever it is he did. Sizing up the contender, he seems like a good-looking dude, but he's certainly no fighter. No, you see, he's got a paintbrush and all that, so of course he's not a fighter. Oh well, too bad for him. I hope whatever he did was worth it. I can't believe you painted all over my dance pole, which is nowhere to be seen in the background. That's the interesting part of this. Dance pole, hot damn. I'm sorry, do you not like the colors? It has nothing to do with the colors. I can't exercise with all this fresh paint on here. But it looks more vibrant, yes? No. Well, maybe a little. But I'm still mad because you should have asked before you went off and used my things in your art project. You wouldn't want to make me take all of your paintbrushes and tape them together to make a dance pole, would you? The guy thinks for a moment, then shakes his head. I wouldn't mind if you did that. And there's the problem. There's such a thing as private property. What's all this about? Rakesh messed with my exercise pole. So I see. And? You're the RA, why don't you talk to him about it? Oh, I'd love to, Isabella, but I'm afraid that over-regulating things here would make me too much of an iron-fisted dictator. Seriously? I'm always serious. How else would I crush rebellions? Ugh, whatever. I'm going to take a shower. Need any help? Isabella stops to give me the once-over. You're cute. Sure, I can always use another back scrubber. Well, guys, it's been fun eavesdropping on you, but I should really get... Ha ha ha! We never did finish orientation, did we? What? Give me a break. Cry me a river. Dominic drags me back to the common room and gives me a lecture on the other 9 house commandments. Move-in day, and already I'm getting put down by the man. What a drag. The guy from earlier comes up to me once Dushnek leaves. Seems he's figured out how to dodge the long arm of the law. He can't take a great... He can talk a great deal, eh? More like I missed out on a great deal thanks to him. Sorry, Ganesh? Rakesh. Oof, way off. I'm Max. No, it doesn't seem too far off. Could have been worse, I'm sure. I hold out my hand. He looks confused for a moment, then takes my hand and shakes it. Except when he lets go, he runs his finger down my palm. Ah, you don't do that here. It's just how we shake hands in India. Forget it then. I am working hard on getting more westernized. Right. Anyways, Rakesh, let's get one thing straight. You can paint anything else, but you touch my guitar or my amp, and we're throwing down, got it? Rakesh holds up his hands. I understand, crystal clear. Good. But what is it that we will throw? I slap my palm to my face, unsure if he's messing with me, or not, when something that smells incredibly good hits my nose. And it is time for dinner. Who's cooking? Usually it is me, but today it is Sally's turn. He doesn't look particularly happy about it. Is she a bad chef? No, very good. She does not cook with any meat or milk products, not even butter. Vegan? Yes, vegan. No meat. What the hell? If I wanted to sit around eating hippie helper, I would have gone to art college. I make my way back downstairs and barge into the kitchen. Weren't we already downstairs since we were in the common room? Whatever. Sally looks up from her frying pan and gives a cheerful wave. It looks like she's cooking some kind of patty. Hello again. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes. Oh, hey, hold on. I demand to know you're making me eat. Don't worry. I know that most of the people here are omnivores, so I'm making some good old-fashioned burgers and hot dogs. Burgers and hot dogs? But wouldn't those have veggie burgers and soy dogs? Oh. They look and taste just like the real thing. You won't be able to tell the difference. She smiles. Man, how can I say no to that face? She's practically an angel. Alright, I'll bite. This better be as good as you say. Sally gives me a playful swat on the head with her spatula. It will be. Now shoot. I go over to the common room dinner table and take a seat. Over on the couch, Dominic seems to be giving Rakesh a half-hearted lecture on property rights. Rakesh smiles and nods, but I get the feeling it's not going to stick. Anne hasn't come down yet, probably too shy, or rearranging all those knickknacks she brought with her. Sheesh. What was that? Hey, is dinner ready yet? Isabella comes down the stairs, fresh from the shower. By which I mean she's wearing nothing but a towel. You, get dressed before coming down here. Oh, was little Dominic getting all hot and bothered? At least the girl upstairs appreciated the view. Make that two of us. Dominic here just doesn't know a good thing when he sees... Wait a sec. Girl upstairs? Anne? Wait, do you mean... Enough! Isabella, put some clothes on. It's a towel. I'm breaking neither house rules nor public decency laws. Face it, honey. In a war of escalation, I always win. We'll see about. Dinner is served. Sally bustles out carrying so many platters it's a wonder she hasn't fallen over. Burgers and hot dogs here, buns here, sweet potato fries, and condiments over here. Enjoy. Anne comes down, giving Isabella a quick glance before blushing and looking away. Damn it, what did I miss? We all dig in. This does not taste like meat. This tastes like a dish sponge. I'm going to order a pizza. I reluctantly agree. You big babies, we've barely had a bite each. Oh yeah? If you like it so much, how come your plate's nothing but fries? I'll have some later, I'm just bracing myself. Rakesh pushes his plate aside. Thank you for the meal, I am full. I don't think this is that bad. No, they're right. I must not have gotten a good brand. I'll just have to do better next time. She claps her hands. Dominic, make that 3 pizzas, one with no cheese. It'll be my treat this time. That just seems absurd. A pizza with no cheese and basically no toppings. So you're basically just getting sauce and bread. And so it came to pass that my first meal on campus was delivery. I've got to admit, Sally owning up like that took a lot of class, and here I thought she was just a pretty airhead. Long as Doshnek doesn't, or well, I guess Douchnek is actually how it's supposed to be pronounced, but whatever, doesn't wreck my parade, I think I'm gonna like it here. You might assume that I'm a sleep till noon kind of guy. Wrong. 6 a.m. every morning on the dot. Late to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and not particularly wise, but hey, life is short. I let out a yawn and walked downstairs. Looks like Sally's doing some stretches in the common room. She shoots me a bright smile. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Slept alright. Mattress was kinda hard though. That's no good. Do you want me to lend you a mattress pad? Nah, I've slept worse. There was this one time I woke up in a dumpster just as I was going to get loaded up into a garbage truck. No clue how I got there. Oh, that's terrible. She looks seriously worried for me. How could they? You're clearly recyclable. Recyclable. Ha, nice. Don't worry, I'm just exaggerating anyway. Thank goodness. She lets out a sigh of relief. Maybe she really was a little worried for me. I did wake up in a dark alley with a massive hangover and no pants once, but I'll keep that one for another time. Dominic walks out of the kitchen. I take some personal satisfaction out of seeing him nearly drop his coffee cup at the sight of me. You're up early, or did you never sleep? Hey, give me some credit. Got a full 3 hours here. 3 hours? What about it? How are you still functioning? Or at least maintaining whatever cruel mockery of functioning you're doing. The blood of thousands of rock gods pulsing through my veins. Tides me over till I get some caffeine in my system. Where's that coffee pot? Did I say you could use it? You're kidding me. It's my coffee maker. You asked to use the coffee maker. I asked to use your guitar. It's called reciprocity. Like hell you're touching my baby. Can you even play? And thus yet another point goes safely by, having been completely missed. The point is, ask me nicely and maybe I'll let you have some coffee. No way. Yes way. I'm not saying pretty please to the likes of you, pal. You are if you don't want to pay for coffee. Boys, please. Dominic, there's no need to make such a fuss over this. As an RA, it's your job to be the bigger man. Max, a little bit of courtesy goes a long way. For the sake of household harmony, could you please resolve this peacefully? And second choice. And let's see, again, 1 through 3, top choice, 4 through 6, bottom choice. And got a 5 again. I'm gonna laugh if it turns out that this dice I have is weighted. Because it's just the dice that I think came with some board game that I bought many years ago. Alright, alright. Can I please use your coffee pot, sir? Why, yes, you can. Sally beams at me. See? You get more bees with honeys than... you get more bees with honey than vinegar. Of course you do. I don't think bees are attracted to vinegar, so no shit, Sherlock. Yeah. I slam my first fix of the day down my gullet without further ado. I'd rather deal with bees than doucheneck, but this honey ain't so bad. Finally, lunchtime. Since I had 2 classes this morning, I got to have 2 times the grading system lecture. At least I learned how I can sleep At least I learned how much I can sleep before I've got to turn on the charm. Well, out of sight, out of mind, I'm not going to sweat that bridge until I come to it. But the important thing is, gigs ain't going to pay for themselves. I've got to find a way to get some scratch, or we'll be scratching a dirt like a chicken? Hey, I'm a guitarist, not a lyricist. Cut me some slack. I don't think too great on an empty stomach anyways. My bandmates don't call me Black Hole Max for nothing. I decided to grab a bite at the cafe on campus. I didn't pay for a meal plan, so there's no point in going to the cafeteria when the cafe food's probably better. Hey, welcome to Lingua Franca. Well, if it isn't my favorite bad boy housemate. Just the eye candy I was looking for. Right back at you, Isabella. Say, is the uniform that hot or just you? Or is it the uniform that's that hot or just you? Whatever. Honey, all it takes to make shirts like this sexy is to undo some buttons. Looks like one button does the job just fine from where I'm standing. Oh yeah? Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing more, but it works as is. This is all I could get away with while I'm on the clock. So, Max, was it? You got it. How would you like a latte? I could take it off with some extras, or I could top it off with some extra sexual tension, no charge. Oh, definitely. I'll take a large latte, no whip, extra tension. Oh, and a cheesesteak. That'll be $6.45. That much? It's the best cheesesteak this side of the state, no lie. Alright. I fish out a $20, or I fish a 20 out of my wallet. Well, I guess I'm gonna be eating in more than I thought. Isabella gets me my change in no time flat. Looks like she's been working here for a while. One hot, steamy order coming up right up. It better be dripping and melting when it gets here. She smirks. That's all the innuendo I can get away with while I'm on the clock. Isabella heads back behind the counter and starts putting my stuff together. I guess I'll have to take a rain check on both the sexy talk and that shower. But hey, if it worked here, we could see our way to all the fun times we wanted. Maybe more if we could get away with it. Here you go. Thanks, babe. You're the best. Oh yeah, how does a guy like me find work around these parts? Work? There are all kinds of jobs available on campus. Heck, I started at the cafeteria my freshman year. I mean, it's one of the worst jobs on campus. High pressure, fast paced, and the people are crazy. The only good thing about it is even a monkey could do it. Most of the jobs open to freshmen are like that though. If you want to get in on something worth your while, you need to show your skill or they won't even look at you twice. For instance, this job, you think all you need to do is look good in a uniform, but people come in with crazy orders all the time. You need to be spontaneous enough to adapt to the customers. Like if they wanted marinara sauce or on their meatball sub and we don't have it, fast talk them into settling for ketchup, that kind of thing. I think most of the jobs on campus and in town get posted online. You can look up the qualifications too. Alright, how do I get qualifications? Well, you want it fast and dirty or slow and steady? Oh, every way. Okay. Now, you'll probably be spending most of your time during the day at classes learning, and since how to be a better short order chef hasn't been a class since the school was a technical college, you're going to have to look for things to do. Just working a job is going to make you better at working that sort of thing. Working at the bookstore will get you more organized, for example. It's slower, but you'll make money while you do it. That said, if you check the local blog site, you can find all kinds of things to do outside of school. Since you're my roommate, if you ask nice, I might clue you in on some of the things to do around town as well. Pretty please? Well, since you ask so nicely, there's a club downtown with a pretty decently low cover charge. All the rock climbing the rock climbing facility is great for the active climber. If you'd like that, if you'd like to try that, it's pretty fun. They're relatively cheap too. Not only can you have some fun, but if you pay attention, you'll pick up some good tips on how to do better at jobs. It's faster, but it also tends to cost money. Once you get skilled enough, you can start applying for some of the advanced jobs. And this one actually would just be going over that exact same thing again, so thank you. Alright, thanks. Anytime, stud. Okay, so I'm actually going to go and save here. I'm going to check and see how long this recording has been going on for, so one moment. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this off right here for the time being. So, if you like this content and you want to see more of it, don't forget to go ahead and like it and share it. And to be able to stay up to date on everything I upload on my channel, you should go ahead and subscribe. It'll ensure that you'll know when I upload a new video, which I generally do every day except for Saturday and Sunday. So I will see you guys on the next episode of Roommates and of course everything else on the channel. See you later.